Hey everyone, I'm Rob, and I'm going to go over today the new Honda EU22i generator. So not sure if you watched last week, we did a live broadcast from a Wollumbar showground, and we ran the generator through its paces there, and in that I showed you the basic new features of what Honda have brought out. So what I've done since then is brought it home. We've been testing it throughout the week, and I'm just going to run through a few things with you today on the generator. So basically Honda have upgraded from their old EU20i model, and they've now got the EU22, which has got 200 watt more power in it. Same size unit, and they've given it to us to run through its paces. So as I highlighted in the other video, the main features that they upgraded were they put a metal casing around the cord to protect the casing. They introduced a run dry switch. I'll show you a bit later, but they also made a wider opening for the oil where you can empty it, and of course the extra 200 watts. So what we'll do today is I'll just show you a little bit more about the machine, some of the other features that these generators have. We'll then run it so you can see some of the noise levels and the appliances it runs, and also then I'll just show you some of the access compartments if you want to go down the route of servicing these yourself. So just to start with, having a look at the front of the unit, what you'll see here are a few different things. So in their generators, Honda have got in the Eco throttle switch. So what that is, it's an automatic switch that if you have it in the on position, it basically identifies the load that it has on it, and the engine will rev accordingly automatically. You don't have to set it. If you know you're going to have a heavy load, you can just leave it to the off position, but I'll show you that running in a sec. Next to that, what we've got is a parallel operation receptacle. But basically what that does is you can get a special cord and you can link this with another generator and effectively double the outload of it. So it just links two generators together. Up here we got the power outlets, so they're your 240 volt power outlets. They are designed to take the 15 amp plugs that you have with your caravans. Down over here we've got some alert lights. So the first one is your oil alert light. So what the Honda generators have built into them is an oil alert function. So that's designed to protect the engine in the case that the oil level drops. It'll get to a certain level and it will alert you. So that saves you damaging the engine without running it without oil. You've got an overload alarm. So another feature there, what that does is the unit will capably do up to 222 or 2200 watts. If it starts getting over that, this alarm will go off. It starts off with a bit of a flashing LED, and then if it keeps going, it actually cuts power to the appliances but still lets the motor run. You've also got your output indicator, so when everything's running right, this green light will come on down the bottom. It has another function in that it will actually measure the amount of hours that your generator is running. So for instance, if it blinks once, that's equivalent to it's been running for 100 hours of continuous work. 2 flashes is your 200 hours, and so forth. The other feature is the battery charging. So what you get with your unit is a cable here which will plug in this way, and this is actually effectively a battery charger. Now it's not like your intelligent battery chargers where it will measure the voltage and shut itself off. It will just provide continuous charging to the battery. So it's all written in the manual how you have to do it, but yeah, just check the levels and check with a voltmeter how your battery charging's going. But just another great little feature, and you can run that while you've got appliances going. So that's the basics of it. What I might do now is we'll start it up and we'll just start to look at some of the noise levels, and then we'll run it through some appliances. So when you're starting them up, there's a little vent on top of the petrol cap here. Put that to on, which vents your fuel cavity there. If you haven't used it, haven't run it, idea to have the choke on. Obviously we put the switch to the on position there, and then it's just a matter of pulling the ripcord and up she starts. Once it's running, you can turn it back off the choke. So at the moment we've got the eco switch to the on position. You can see that's fairly quiet. There's your difference now, it's on full mode. So if you were going to run heavy duty appliances straight up and you knew that, you could leave it on the full mode. You see the green indicator lights functioning, so it's going well. What I'll do, just put it back in eco mode. Now I'm standing right on top of the unit here with the microphone next to me. Just going to move away from the unit a bit, just so you can see and hear the difference. So I don't know if you can see me, but I'm probably about 5 metres out of the shot here. And that's about as loud as the unit is there in eco mode. What I'll do, I'll go and put it back on, turn the eco mode off. So I've got more revs out of the unit there. Once again, I'm just standing back. And you can hear the unit is very quiet. They're one of the quietest on the market, the Hondas. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just turn it off for a sec. So we run a few appliances on our motorhome, bit of a heavy duty unit. Got the Haya air conditioner we use, so that's a standard household split system air conditioner that we use. Now that'll run anywhere from 200 watts up to about 1000 watts depending on the settings we use, whether we're cooling, heating, the fan speed, etc. So we tend to run that. Another appliance we run, not that often thankfully, is the wife's hairdryer. This runs at 2000 watts, the hairdryer, so we'll run that out there as well. And also the washing machine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the unit back up. I'm going to plug it in and then I'll show you the washing machine. So I shouldn't need the choke this time. Okay, so we've got the unit plugged in. Going to leave it on eco mode and just going to take you inside now. That's got no load on it. Take you inside now and we'll start the washing machine up so we can have that running through the rest of the cycle. Okay, so obviously this is the washing machine we have. It's a LG 7 kilogram front load washer. So what I'm going to do, if I remember, and she's taught me right, is let's put the unit on. So we've got power to the unit, that's from the generator. Just going to set it up on a quick 30 wash. Full spin, so 800 revs a spin, and we'll just leave it on cold. We usually just use cold. So as I said, this will fluctuate up to 2200 watts on those settings. So I'm just going to start it up. Takes a little bit for the unit. You can not see it, but the water's pumping in now. So that'll fill with water, and in a minute we'll see it in action. There she goes, so she's starting to turn and spin now. So I'm just going to leave that running while we do the rest of our tests outside. So the other thing we use our generator for is our battery charger. So there are obviously days where the sun don't shine and the solar panels don't charge up as much. So what I've got going in the background as well is the battery charger. So I'm now running the washing machine and the battery charger, as you can see. And so it's topping up the batteries at the same time. Okay, so I'm back outside now. Got the washing machine going in there. Got the battery charger on. I'm now going to activate the air conditioner, which you can see up there. So we've got the air conditioner on here. You would have heard the generator just have a bit of a kick there, and you can see I've got the generator running at full fan speed on cooling at 21 degrees Celsius. So that's now 3 things I've got running off this little EU22, and you can barely hear it really. So just letting that run. What I might do now is really overload it. So I'm going to put the dishwasher in. No, I'm not. This is not a dishwasher, this is a hairdryer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the hairdryer in. Now I'm going to set that to cool, and I'm just going to turn it on. Now obviously this runs at 2000 watts. That's at full heat. This is in cool, so it won't run that much. And what I'll do is just see how the load copes. Now remembering we've got the other appliances going, so what it should do is if it senses that the load is over 2000 watts, it should cut the unit off or at least set the overarm switch on so we can do something about it, and if not, then switch the unit off. So let's give that a try. Okay, there's a hairdryer. So the unit is running a bit harder, as you can hear. Still no overload. So I'm going to put it to warm. So the unit's revving more. We've still got no overload. I'm going to now put it to a higher fan speed. And that's still coping all right. I'm now going to switch it to hot. Okay, we've got the overload switch just went on there. But look, I'm pretty impressed. That's running the hairdryer, the air conditioner, and the washing machine, and the battery charger. So yeah, it's revving, but that's not too bad. Here we go now, the overload switch is starting to flash a few times. But it's still not cutting off the unit, so it's not too bad at all. All right, I'm going to turn that all off. And yeah, that's dropped all the voltage back down dramatically, and the noise levels are back. So that now being on the eco setting, that'll fluctuate with the amount of watts that's been used up by all the appliances. All right, we'll turn the unit off now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just take you through some of the service tips. We're not going to service the machine, but what I'd like to do is show you the access points if you do want to service it yourself, or you can take it to any of the authorised dealers and they can do the services for you. So just unplug our leads, unit's obviously back off. Now what you get obviously with the generator is your manual, and that will go quite in depth into how to do the service yourself. You also get your spark plug remover, but you will need a screwdriver, either a flat blade or a Phillips head. Your main access point for these is at the front here. That's very easy just to screw off. And then you have got quite good access to the inside of the unit. Over here you'll see the oil filler, so you can see they've made that bigger, and they've now got this rubber lip which helps you get the oil right out of the machine. So just a matter of obviously checking your oil levels. If it's due to change your oil, just pull that out, tip the unit, and the oil will run freely out. Good idea, they recommend every 50 to 60 hours to service these. Obviously the cleaner you keep them, the better it is. The other thing you'll have access to here is your air filter. So with the air filters, the cleaner they are, the better. That's once again just one big screw, comes off the cover, and there's the filter in there which just needs a clean. Just pops back in when you've done that, and another one there. So that's just a matter of screwing that back on. And the other thing you have at the back of the unit here is the spark plug. So that's easy removed with the spanner they give you. You can clean the spark plug if you need to. So that's it folks, yeah, the Honda EU22i. As I said, the upgrade to the EU20i, same size unit but more powerful. So thanks to Honda for letting us try that out. And if you want to know more, I've done a full written review on the website you can go to. There's links there to the Honda website and all the dealers where you can get them. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.